Also new tonight, a Southwest Iowa student sickened by school, literally. Cheyenne DeFries is allergic to common mold. She gets migraines lasting up to a week. So her parents had two options: change schools or keep her home. That's when the district came up with another idea. KATV News Watch 7's Hannah Pickett has this exclusive from Atlantic, Iowa.
A 13-year-old Cheyenne DeFries has an allergy you can't see.
It's a type of seasonal mold.
You can't see her allergic reaction either, but it debilitates the 8th grader.
She's got a condition called vestibular migraines.
It feels like the outside of your head is just pushing in towards the inside of it, and it really is very painful.
Pain coupled with dizziness.
It feels like I just got off of like a really spinny ride at like Disneyland or something.
All because of a common mold, a harmless mold that most people aren't affected by.
But it's not black scary mold. It's just a seasonal mold that comes from who knows what, leaves or grass or something like that.
A mold constantly present in Cheyenne's school, Atlantic's only non-air-conditioned building, the middle school.
This is the breezeway that connects the middle school to the elementary school. Because the mold spores are present in the middle school, if Cheyenne were to even step inside this breezeway, it's just a matter of minutes before she gets a migraine.
Cheyenne's principal came up with a solution: Skyping into class from the elementary school library.
So this is the next best option. If we can't bring it to her, we'll bring her to the class.
And she does just that every day, nearly every class.
7x plus 12 equals 30.
Communicating with teachers through instant messages. An innovative solution to a problem that otherwise would mean homeschooling or changing districts.
And I told each and every one of the teachers how thankful I was that they're all working really hard at trying to make Cheyenne's life a little easier.
In Atlantic, Iowa, Hannah Pickett, KETV News Watch 7.
Now, while the mold is common, it's not in the high school in Atlantic, so Cheyenne will be able to go back to class next year.
The district says it is happy to make any accommodations for students with medical conditions to keep them in a socialized school setting.
Tonight, only on 7, students and teachers furious because of what they call a major mold problem at Eagle Ridge Middle School, and that is making them sick. Tonight, Action 7 News anchor Natalie Slaby was there as outraged parents confronted the Rio Rancho School Board.
Yeah, Doug, just take a look at the pictures. This is what a teacher provided us with, showing some of the mold, bubbling walls, and lots of water inside. Those are just some of the problems, and it's something the school district's been working to correct, but not fast enough for some parents, students, and teachers.
They are sick constantly.
Nikki Santino says her 2 children are sick because of their school, Eagle Ridge Middle School, a place where she says mold has been an issue for more than a year, and this teacher backs her up.
They just replace the tiles, and they're not really solving the problem.
It sickens me that I have to go to a board meeting and fight to get them to do their job.
But tonight, she was at the meeting along with many others.
Take away the sick feeling that I get when I put my kids on a school bus.
Walls that are bubbling. We have ceilings that are falling.
One school employee showed board members mold-covered donations, backpacks that can't go to kids now, and English teacher Lisa Christofferson provided these pictures.
The minute she went back to school, she got diagnosed with asthma. Never has had an issue with asthma before. If she does get sick, I will be pursuing a class action suit against the school board.
Please address this issue immediately.
Is it safe for students to be there right now?
According to the report, that's what the report indicates to us. We don't feel like there's a report that indicates that the conditions are of harmful nature, but that's not something that we want to rest our laurels on.
The school's facilities manager says it's something they're actively working on and investigating. Tonight, parents also criticized the district for working on landscaping before repairing the roof. The facilities manager says the landscaping was part of a bond project and also says they've already done some work on the mold issue. He says construction on a new roof begins tomorrow, but likely it won't be done until December, and workers will be out Wednesday inspecting windows that have been leaking.
Rio Rancho Public Schools say they are concerned about the air quality at Eagle Ridge and say the biggest issue right now is ventilation.
Now at 10, an extended summer break for some kids. Mold at a local school is taking a bit longer to clean up than expected. Hello, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us this Friday night. I'm Dana Bruick in for Lee and John. NBC 15 is your back-to-school station. First, the start of school was pushed back 1 week. Now another delay. A mold problem at Cromrie Middle School in Middleton has kids back to class next Friday at the earliest. NBC 15's Chris Woodard is here with more.
Dana, this headache keeps getting worse for the school district and parents. This pesky mold problem is proving harder to get rid of than anyone thought.
Tina Spellman knows her child's safety is most important. But when we broke the news to her that Cromrie Middle School would stay closed for another week, she wasn't looking forward to telling her son.
I think initially to have a couple days off was okay, but he's looking forward to getting back to school.
A mold problem in this 47-year-old school has administrators worried enough about kids' safety that they decided to call off the first day of school on Tuesday night, only hours before kids were set to arrive. 3 days later, the cleanup still isn't completed, and they won't be allowing kids back in until next Friday at the earliest.
I'm glad that they're being careful and taking it seriously.
Tonight, school officials released these pictures showing us the problem for the first time. Anything with significant mold, like the cafeteria tables, is being thrown away, and everything else cleaned from top to bottom.
The cleaning was supposed to be done by this afternoon at the latest. But as you can see, that's not the case. The cleaning company is still here, and they will be here cleaning until sometime Sunday.
The primary reason for the change is the complexity and probably the detail work that we expected with the cleaning process.
That means a total of 6 days the kids may have to make up.
Everybody knows the options on breaks are spring break, winter break, and maybe the teachers' convention. Those are the only things that we really have to work with.
Right now, it just means 3 more days at home.
I'm glad that he's an 8th grader and that he's old enough that we don't have to make childcare arrangements.
The biggest question we're hearing from parents is, why wasn't this taken care of over the summer? Why are administrators first trying to get this cleaned up after the school year was set to start? Well, the simple answer for that is that no one saw the mold until Tuesday, and the superintendent says that's because it wasn't visible until then.
And the good news is summer break is right around the corner. But we were talking a lot about the districts having to delay last summer for the mold. And part of that is the weather.
Yeah, a lot of it has to do with the weather because when it's warm and muggy, not a good combination as far as mold is concerned. So I spoke with local school leaders to find out what is being done to make sure they keep it out of the buildings this year. Tens of thousands of students are ready for summer, but many district superintendents are already focused on making sure their schools open on time in the fall. Nearly a dozen local schools either canceled classes or delayed the start of the school year because of mold. Fox Chapel Superintendent Dr. Gene Freeman says it's an easy decision to pull students from the classroom.
Understanding what the community would expect, I think it says we take it very seriously, and we know the effects of mold on health, and we just can't have our staff or students in that situation.
Leaky pipes, older buildings, poor HVAC units, just 3 reasons behind the mold. But the problem wasn't just in the buildings themselves. For at least one district, the mulch around the HVAC system was retaining moisture and water was getting back into the building.
So what we've done is try to replace those with stone or river rock so that the moisture dissipates quicker into the atmosphere and is not going to go back through the HVAC.
Other districts like Pine Richland are being proactive now. In a statement, a spokesperson said the district plans to monitor conditions over the summer through testing and monitoring of the district buildings to support a smooth opening of the school year. Last year's very humid, very wet summer was certainly the #1 contributor to mold issues. So many district leaders will keep an eye on our forecast during summer break. Unfortunately, looking at this summer, it is not looking to be quite as wet as last summer. That alone should greatly help with the mold situation. All right.
Well, it is back to school this morning for almost everyone in the Winnisquam Regional School District, but not all kids are going to get to attend class.
The discovery of mold at Winnisquam Middle School in Tilton has pushed back the start date for school. Now, at a meeting last night, parents were updated about how the school district will move forward with this problem. Ray Brewer joins us live up in Tilton with the latest on what happened last night. Good morning, Ray.
Good morning, Sean. There are a couple of options that the school district is considering. The best case is that the air quality tests, which are due back either today or tomorrow, come back clean. If that happens, the school will reopen on September 5th. Now, the informational meeting was held last night to update parents on the situation. The mold was found in the 6th grade wing, and since the discovery, removal efforts have been underway. Those efforts include, in some cases, knocking down walls and inspecting every inch of the school. At the meeting, the superintendent said they should have the mold problem resolved by the 5th.
I understand they're concerned about their students coming back into the school, and that's our concern as well, and we want to make sure it's safe and healthy.
Now, since the mold was found in the 6th grade wing, one idea is to have 6th graders use classrooms in the 7th and 8th grade wings while mold removal continues. Continues. There's also the possibility that the kids could be sent to classrooms in the high school and Southwick School. Reporting live in Tilton, Ray Brewer, WMUR News 9.
Breaking news now, no class at Coleman Elementary School in Elgin tomorrow because of mold. The district was trying to get rid of it in several classrooms when they found more mold in common areas in the older part of the building. Officials say it's just a precaution. The risk of harm is low. Workers need an extra day to treat the mold and reduce moisture levels.
The entire Williamston Elementary School campus will be closed tomorrow for a mold inspection. The district says it found mold in several spots on the exterior of buildings, but none on the inside. The closure includes Discovery, Explore, the Kids Corner, and Little Hornets programs. The middle and high schools will remain open.
Students in Apacong, New Jersey are finally starting the school year weeks after mold was discovered in district classrooms. The acting superintendent launched a mold abatement program at all 5 schools in the district and now says the cleaning has been completed. The mold was found late last month. Students will make up the missed days at the end of the school year.